Tom Harris was a 35-year-old man with big dreams. Ever since he was a child, he had aspired to be an actor. He would spend hours practicing monologues in front of the mirror, imagining himself on grand stages and shining brightly in the spotlight. The thrill of performing in movies filled his heart with joy. Life, however, had thrown some curveballs his way. He worked various odd jobs to make ends meet, juggling late-night shifts while striving to find time for auditions. Despite these challenges, Tom never let go of his dream. Each opportunity felt like a step closer to the breakthrough he had always wanted. As fate would have it, an incredible audition opportunity arose, a major role in a film that could change everything for him. It was the moment he had been waiting for all his life. But just as excitement bubbled within him, tragedy struck when his young daughter, Anna, was diagnosed with cancer. The news shattered Tom's world. Anna was only 8 years old, full of energy and laughs, illuminating their tiny apartment even on the darkest days. Her laughter was what kept him going through sleepless nights and long days of worry about her health. When her condition worsened and she needed him more than ever, Tom made the heart-wrenching decision to skip the audition. He knew that supporting Anna during her treatment was far more important than any role. In that moment of sacrifice, little did he know that his devotion would catch the attention of someone extraordinary, Humphrey Bogart. The legendary actor admired Tom's dedication as a father, and would soon take steps to show this aspiring actor just how special he truly was. Anna Harris was not just Tom's daughter, she was his sunshine. At 8 years old, she had a vibrant spirit that could light up even the darkest days. Her laughter echoed through their small apartment, filling it with warmth and joy. She loved to play dress-up, often donning her father's old costumes from his acting days and pretending to be a star on stage. With a sparkle in her eyes, Anna would recite lines from her favorite movies, mimicking the characters with such flair that Tom couldn't help but smile. But when Anna was diagnosed with cancer, everything changed. The news hit Tom like a thunderbolt. He watched as his energetic little girl became frail and tired, enduring treatments that took away her strength but never her spirit. During those difficult times, Tom found himself torn between his dreams of acting and the urgent need to be there for Anna. He learned how to administer medication and manage doctor visits while still trying to keep some normalcy in their lives. Tom often read stories to Anna at bedtime, using different voices for each character. He wanted to distract her from the harsh realities of treatment and give her moments of happiness. Despite their struggles, Anna remained resilient. She would often console her father during his moments of doubt. "Daddy, I believe in you," she would say with a determined smile, reminding him of the importance of chasing dreams. The bond they shared grew stronger through these challenges. They became each other's support systems, facing fear together and finding joy in the little things, a shared joke or an afternoon spent watching movies. Anna's bravery inspired Tom every day and solidified his commitment to being by her side, no matter what lay ahead. Little did they know that this devotion would lead to unexpected opportunities just around the corner. As the day of Tom's big audition approached, excitement buzzed in the air. He had envisioned this moment for years, the chance to showcase his talent to important directors. Yet, the joy of this opportunity was overshadowed by Anna's condition. Each day brought new challenges as she battled through painful treatments. Watching her weak and struggling weighed heavily on Tom's heart. The morning of the audition arrived, and Tom felt a knot in his stomach. He paced the small living room, rehearsing lines under his breath, but each time he thought of leaving Anna alone during her treatment, his resolve faltered. As he looked at her peaceful face, he could see that she needed him more than ever. The bonds they had forged were more powerful than any role he could play on stage. Tom finally made the difficult decision to skip the audition. It felt like giving up on his dreams, but deep down, he knew staying with Anna was the right choice. He wanted to be there for every moment, whether it was cheering her on during a tough day or simply holding her hand while she napped. He believed that showing love and support was the greatest role he could take on at that moment. With each passing day, Tom juggled responsibilities with grace while planning activities that would bring joy to Anna's life. He brought home art supplies for crafting sessions, read her stories, and even organized little performances just for her. Their living room became a theater filled with laughter and creativity amidst the uncertainty of illness. In these simple yet profound moments, Tom realized that sacrificing his dreams for Anna didn't mean failure. Instead, it showcased his strength as a father. He was creating lasting memories and helping Anna fight not just the illness but also the fears that came with it. Little did he know that this act of devotion would soon lead to unexpected recognition from someone who understood the true value of family. As Tom's decision to stay by Anna's side spread through the community, it caught the attention of many, including the legendary actor Humphrey Bogart. Known for his iconic roles and tough guy persona, Bogart was also admired for his deep understanding of family values. He often spoke about how important it was to support loved ones, especially in difficult times. When he learned about Tom's selfless act of love for Anna, he felt compelled to reach out. Bogart couldn't shake off the admiration he felt for Tom's dedication. In an industry often consumed by ambition and competition, it was refreshing to see a father prioritize his child's well-being over personal aspirations. The story resonated with him deeply. It reminded him of his own family and the sacrifices made for those we love. He believed that true strength lay not in fame or fortune but in the bonds we nurture with our families. The next day, without hesitation, Bogart decided to visit Tom at his tiny apartment. He arrived with a warm smile and an enthusiasm that could light up the room. As he knocked on the door, anticipation filled the air. Tom had no idea that one of Hollywood's biggest names was about to walk into their lives. When Tom opened the door, surprise washed over him as he found himself face to face with Bogart. Flustered yet excited, he welcomed him inside. "I've heard about your sacrifice," Bogart said with a nod of respect. "I want you to perform your audition piece right here, while Anna watches." This unexpected request not only provided Tom an opportunity to showcase his talent but also highlighted Bogart's belief in prioritizing family and kindness in an industry that sometimes forgets those values. It was a moment that would forever change their lives and remind them both that love could lead to extraordinary connections in unexpected ways. The morning sun peeked through the curtains of Tom's small apartment as he settled into a routine filled with care and love for Anna. His thoughts were full of concerns about her health, and he was momentarily lost in the rhythm of their daily life. Then came a knock at the door that would turn their world upside down. Tom walked over, wondering who could be visiting. He opened the door, and to his utter shock, there stood Humphrey Bogart, the legendary actor he had admired from afar for years. Tom's mouth fell open in disbelief, while his heart raced. Was this really happening? It felt surreal to have someone so famous standing on his doorstep, but here was Bogart, a living legend with warmth radiating from him like a simple neighbor. "Hey there," Bogart said with a friendly smile that instantly eased Tom's astonishment. "I've heard about your story and wanted to meet you in person." The actor's unassuming demeanor made it hard for Tom to remember that this was the same man who starred in countless films that painted Hollywood history. Wow. I'm so honored," Tom stammered, still trying to wrap his head around what was unfolding. This was not just any visit, it felt like a dream come true mixed with an air of surrealism. Bogart stepped inside, glancing around their cozy but modest home filled with traces of Anna's vibrant spirit. Colorful drawings pinned to the walls and toy actors scattered about alongside books piled high on tables. "I'd love to see you perform your audition piece," Bogart continued, gesturing toward the tiny living room where Anna lay watching with wide eyes. Tom felt an overwhelming rush of emotions: responsibility, hope, disbelief, but above all, excitement bubbled within him. This unexpected opportunity might bridge the gap between struggle and success, bringing him one step closer to fulfilling his dreams while allowing Anna to witness her father shine in front of someone he admired deeply. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow through the small apartment, Tom felt a mix of nerves and excitement. The living room, usually a space filled with art supplies and Anna's toys, was now transformed into an intimate stage. Humphrey Bogart, a figure he had admired for years, stood across from him, eager to witness his talent. Tom glanced over at Anna's bed, where she lay propped up on pillows, her eyes wide with expectancy. Despite her illness, she radiated an energy that filled the room with hope and love. With colorful drawings adorning the walls around her, it was clear that this space held many cherished memories. Tom could feel Anna's unwavering support wrapping around him like a warm blanket. "Whenever you're ready," Bogart encouraged gently, his presence calm and reassuring. Tom took a deep breath and stepped into character. He began the audition piece he had rehearsed countless times in front of the mirror, but this time felt different. With Anna watching him, the most important audience member, he poured his heart into every line. He wanted to show not just Bogart, but also his daughter how deeply he cared about both acting and family. As Tom spoke the words of passion and determination, he could see Anna's face light up with joy. She clapped excitedly after each dramatic moment, her enthusiasm infectious and uplifting. In that intimate setting, surrounded by love and support, Tom felt more alive than ever as an actor. When he finished, Bogart nodded appreciatively, his expression one of admiration for both Tom's skill and the bond between father and daughter. "That was fantastic," Bogart said with a genuine smile. "You have something special." At that moment, it became clear that this performance was not just for Bogart. It was for Anna too, a beautiful reminder of their shared dreams and unbreakable connection during challenging times. As Tom stood in the warm glow of the living room, he took a moment to collect himself. With Bogart's encouraging words still echoing in his mind and Anna's bright eyes fixed on him, he felt the weight of the moment settle around him. This wasn't just an audition, it was a chance to show both of them what acting meant to him, even amidst the challenges they faced. He began to speak the lines he had rehearsed countless times, but with each word, he infused them with raw emotion. Tom drew inspiration from his struggles as a father and Anna's bravery in her battle against cancer. His voice shook slightly at first, but as he continued, passion surged through him like a current. He connected deeply with the character he portrayed, transforming his anxiety into a performance that felt genuine and heartfelt. Anna watched intently from her bed, her little face lighting up with pride as she recognized the depth of her father's talent. She clapped along with his delivery, her joy radiating throughout the room. It gave Tom strength and boosted his confidence further. With every dramatic pause and expressive gesture, he could feel their bond strengthen, their love intertwining with his performance, creating an unforgettable moment. As he delivered the climax of his piece, emotion swelled within him. He imagined a world where both he and Anna could chase their dreams freely, where illness wouldn't dictate their lives. In that intimate space filled with hope and love, Tom found clarity. The purpose behind his love for acting was not merely for fame, but to inspire those closest to him. When he finished, silence enveloped the room for just a heartbeat before Anna erupted into applause, her smile wide and bright. Bogart nodded appreciatively, clearly moved by what he had just witnessed. "That was incredible," he said sincerely. "Your talent is undeniable." For Tom, this moment was not just validation. It was proof that no matter how difficult life became, passion and family would always light the way forward. As Tom concluded his heartfelt performance, a moment of silence settled in the room, wrapping around them like a warm embrace. Anna sat up in her bed, her eyes sparkling with pride and admiration for her father. The instant he finished, she erupted into applause, clapping her hands enthusiastically as a huge smile spread across her face. It was as if all the worries of the world faded away. In that moment, only joy and love remained. "Daddy! That was amazing!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. Her claps echoed against the walls, turning the intimate setting into a celebration of talent and family. Tom's heart swelled with emotion, seeing Anna so happy and radiant despite everything they had been through. Her reaction not only touched him deeply but also added a new layer to his performance, one that was driven by her unwavering support. Bogart watched the scene unfold, taken aback by the genuine bond between father and daughter. He could see how much Tom's devotion fueled his passion for acting and how Anna's encouragement brought out the best in him. It was a heartwarming moment that underscored the importance of family support in pursuing dreams. Tom felt like he had just stepped off an emotional roller coaster. The applause from Anna made him feel like he had won an award right there in their living room. It was more than validation. It was proof that love could inspire greatness even in the most challenging circumstances. As Anna continued to clap, he walked over and hugged her tightly. "Thank you for believing in me," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. In that embrace, they shared an unspoken promise. No matter what battles lay ahead, they would face them together as a team. This moment was not just about acting, it was about family, resilience, and the joy that comes from following one's passion with those we love cheering us on from the sidelines. After the applause subsided, Bogart took a moment to collect his thoughts, clearly impressed by Tom's performance. The air was filled with a sense of excitement as he looked at both Tom and Anna, who were still basking in the warmth of their shared moment. "You have undeniable talent," Bogart said earnestly. "People need to see this. I'll make sure to tell some directors about you." Tom's heart soared at the words. It was as if Bogart had opened a door that he thought had been shut forever. The promise of opportunity ignited a flicker of hope within him. In the midst of caring for Anna and focusing on her health, he had almost forgotten his own dreams. Now, with just a few encouraging words from one of his idols, everything felt possible again. Anna's eyes widened in disbelief, and she beamed with pride for her father, realizing the magnitude of what Bogart had just offered. "Really, Daddy? You could get a part in a movie?" she asked, her voice laced with excitement. "Yes, my sweet girl," Tom replied, his voice full of emotion. "Maybe this is the start of something amazing." He knelt beside her bed, their bond evident in every exchanged glance. The thought of pursuing his passion while ensuring Anna's well-being gave him renewed strength. Bogart continued, "Sometimes it takes just one act of kindness to change someone's life. Your dedication to your daughter is inspiring, and that kind of commitment shines through your work." As the conversation unfolded, it became clear that this encounter was more than just an audition. It was a pivotal moment for both Tom and Anna. Through Bogart's promise, Tom realized that love and support could reignite dreams long set aside. It was a genuine reminder that even amid hardship, hope could emerge, and one person's belief could spark infinite possibilities. As they sat together under the dim light of the living room, Tom felt empowered by the connection they all shared, one that would guide him as he stepped forward into whatever lay ahead. As the evening drew to a close and the warmth of their shared moment lingered in the small apartment, Tom reflected on the journey that had brought him here. He had faced unimaginable challenges, from the heart-wrenching diagnosis of his daughter Anna to the difficult decision to put his dreams on hold. Yet, through it all, one truth stood clear: love and sacrifice could pave the way for unexpected opportunities. Humphrey Bogart's visit had been a turning point, serving as a reminder that kindness often comes when it is needed most. Tom realized that while he had stepped back from his ambitions out of love for Anna, this act of devotion had created a space for something beautiful to unfold. The simple encouragement from an icon sparked hope in both him and Anna, reigniting their dreams that had dimmed under the weight of illness. Tom watched Anna as she lay comfortably in her bed, her face glowing with pride and possibility. He knew that this moment would stay with them forever, a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. It was proof that love could not only support but also illuminate pathways previously thought closed off. This experience taught Tom that sacrifices made for family are never in vain. They can lead to unforeseen blessings and renewed inspiration. As they shared laughter and dreams about the future, he felt reassured that together they could navigate whatever challenges lay ahead. Their story was more than just one of struggle. It was a powerful reminder of how familial bonds can uplift spirits and rekindle hopes. In pursuing his passion for acting while caring for Anna, Tom embraced the notion that support comes in many forms, sometimes from those we least expect, and can help us rise above our circumstances. This realization left him inspired, knowing that every day forward was an opportunity to chase dreams anew, fueled by love and strengthened by family.